Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel, and today it's Music Journal Monday, and we're going to be making some ephemera. So we're going to make a start now. We made the journal, it's all put together, and I really need to start making ephemera to go in it, particularly pockets. I don't think I've got many pockets, but what I want to do before we do anything else is go through all my stash of things around me to see what I've got already. I'm going to have a look at the ephemera that came with the kits, because I think I've got most of it cut out and ready to go. Look at some of the ephemera I made as Roxy's Weekly Challenge, because I know I made lots of music related things in there. And also have a look at what I can use in my to-do box that we can make into music ephemera. So that's what I'm going to do today. And then when I've done all that and I've seen what I've got, and then we'll perhaps try and make one or two pockets as well at the end. We'll see what time I've got. The first thing I did fish out was this tag here. I made this as part of the last Roxy's Weekly Challenge. And I really love it. I think it's really pretty. But when I know that when I made it, I thought I don't suppose I'll ever use it, because it's got musical instruments on it, and I couldn't imagine a time when I'd ever do something that needed musical instruments. And lo and behold, here we are, doing a music journal. So I thought, right, and I know that was probably the only time I did anything, and I couldn't remember to start with what I used to make, what I used on the front here for this musical instruments. But then I remembered this pack of stickers that I've had for a couple of years at least. Well, obviously I did this a couple of years ago, so had it for quite a while. So I went and found it, and actually there are 3 of every sticker. So I've actually got a couple more if I decide I need to use it on a couple of things. I might use one perhaps on a journal card. So I have got a couple more of those stickers. There aren't any more musical type stickers in that pack, but I really like that one, so that's a start. So I've got my box here that I've been putting ephemera in. This is all the ephemera from the kits. So there's quite a lot of stuff in here, but I don't think there's a huge number of actual pockets. So I thought we'd go through them, see what's actually here. And also they're starting to bend a little bit. I think it's a bit deep, this box, but I'm just going to have a look at what's in here. So I'm going to put my little tag in at the back. And the other thing that's already in there, which I'll just go back, which were already in there, and so therefore at the back, well, the pockets, a couple of pockets we made a few weeks ago. Look, this one's getting a bit bent, but it'll be all right when it gets glued down. These are pockets I made with the Stamperia paper pad, based on those DD Farrago videos. So yeah, I'm a bit concerned about that, but I think it'll be okay. I might put it in sideways if it'll fit. Well, it won't. It'll just. But anyway, it'll be okay, because it'll get glued down, and you will never know. So I'm just popping that in there, and this one as well. So this one with a side tack and pocket here. So I have 2 pockets to start me off. So there's a whole pile of stuff here. So these are all journal cards. Now this one, this is a pocket. I made this based on one from, where are we? Trust me to get the one I want at the bottom. So this was this one from the Sweet Dreams kit by My Porch Prince. So a lot of the kit I've used, but I looked at this pocket, and it tells you how it should look, and it gives you all the pieces. And I thought, well, it's really pretty, but I don't see any relationship to music on here, really. So much as I like it, and also with the paper here that I haven't used, because it's not really much in the way of, there's a very faint bit of music in the background, but it's not quite got enough music on there for me. So what I did was I used that as sort of a template. I didn't do it exactly the same size, but I used it for the idea. And I used some paper from the other kit, from the Vintage Viola kit, printed on 160 GSM, and made this little pocket. So it's a little double pocket. I might even do a divot at the top here as well, so you could put something in here and then something in each of these. So that's a pocket ready to be glued. Probably I will sew around it as well, finish it off. So that's to be finished. I'll put that in my box. gazillion journal cards here from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. So let's just go through all those. So that could be a pocket because it's, well, it's kind of oriented. No, it's orientated that way. Yeah, no, it's more of a journal card, isn't it? I'm probably not going to have a shortage of journal cards by the looks of it. This is an envelope, and you could use it as a pocket, but I'm not sure I would. So that goes on that pile. There's a few bits of ephemera, tags, a whole bunch of tags here. I think we'll do tags and journal cards perhaps in another video. Looks like this is a double journal card. It's rather nice. Another double journal card here. Or you could make it into sort of file foldery thing, but I don't think that's the intention. Now what's this? That goes this way round, I think, or does it? No, that way round. So that's quite wide. I don't know if it could be used as a pocket. That is a possibility. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. Quite a wide pocket, but that's a possibility. You might put that aside to perhaps make into a pocket, just because we don't seem to have got an awful lot. And again, the same with this. This is really pretty. I like that. That is definitely pocket material. Just needs possibly a bit more backing. It's printed on, again, the 160. I usually print anything that's not obviously journal pages onto the thicker cardstock, sticker paper. I think this is 2 tags. I haven't separated them yet. I guess you could fold them and make them into one, but you'd have nowhere to write, would you? So I think that's 2 small tags. And I'm not sure what that's meant to be, but it's a nice, pretty ephemera piece. Journal card, I guess you could call that. Again, journal card. Here we go. More journal cards. Little tag. Small journal cards. Tags. Right, now here we have... Well, this is quite nice with this kit, because she gives you ideas on how you could use some of these pieces of ephemera. So I've clipped it all together. I think there's 2 sets. So what you've got is you've got little envelopes, and then she gives you the tags to go in them, and you can put them on the page. Can you see? She's saying, well, you could put them on the page sideways, and then you've got a space to put a tag. So they're like pockets. So, and there's 2 sets. So there's this set. These are the little envelopes. She even tells you how to assemble them and everything. So that's the envelope. Set 1. I just put it in there a couple of times, and then that's the second set. They're really pretty. And then there's journal cards or tags that can go into each one. Now you could mix and match them. I might do that. Put them in the opposite. I may not use both, but I have got 3 signatures to fill, so I'll probably split them between 2 different signatures. That would make sense to do. So I've got the tags there. They just need to be backed and possibly sewn round. So they're ready to go as well. So I won't necessarily do all these on camera. I've just got them ready. But they are, so that's 2 pockets, isn't it? I'll just add that there. I don't need that twice, do I? I had a paper clip, that's it. So I just want to see how many pockets I can find that are all ready to go, already deemed to be pockets. So that's 2 there and another 2 there. All these journal cards and tags, great mountain of them. Then I have these. These are envelopes which go into a pocket, really, don't they? They don't actually count as pockets themselves. No, once it's all folded up, it'll be quite small, I think. So that's 1 envelope, another envelope. Here we are. Here's another one of, I think this is My Porch Prints. Another one of her pockets, which is rather nice. So she gives you a little, she gives you a little example of how it should look. So it's a background tag shape, which is this one, and then 2 pockets, which go onto it. So you have a straight one like this, and then you have a little slanty one to go on the top like that. So I think there's 2 or 3 of these. 1, 2, oh, there's 4 of these. So that's 4 more pockets. So that's great. So that's 4. I might just write on there to remind myself. Four pockets. So I may end up using only 3 because I've got 3 signatures, so 1 for each signature would be great. I think there is one of the very floral ones amongst it, so I might not go for that. So there's 1, 2, see that's quite the floral one, so I probably won't use that. I might use the pockets, but I won't use the background tag where it's very floral. Doesn't mean they won't get used another time because it's very pretty, it's just not what I want for this journal. So that's 4, that's 2, okay, that's there. Then we've got some more little envelopes, which you could, obviously they've got these thumb notches, so I think the idea is you should put something in them. But whether they'd go on a page, I mean, you could possibly use them as pockets. I may do. When I've made them up, I will now off camera go and put all these things together. What's here? These look like pockets, don't they? These look like, yeah, these are corner pockets, so that's 2 more. So that's going quite well. Well, reasonably well. I'll just move this giant pile of... So a lot of these tags and journal cards I may need to back, and I want to sew around them, so that's quite a big job. Right, so the next thing to go through is this. This is my box of Roxy's Weekly Challenge for this year. So far we've done 11 weeks, but you haven't... will you have seen... You will have seen the 11th one. Yes, because I have done the video. You will see that before you see this, so I can show you. That's okay. I was thinking you haven't seen it yet, but you will have done by the time this video goes up. So, and I've just got them week 1 to 11. So, and each week I did try to do something music related. So I've got to see if I can find it now. They've all got a bit of music on these front ones. Let's have a look. So week 1, these are pockets. So I'm trying to pick out the pockets. So that's not particularly music-y. Oh, that's great. I love these. That's got a bit of music on it, so that could work. This one's got a little bit on it as well, but perhaps not quite as much. So I don't think I was working quite so hard to get music onto them the first week, and then I thought, oh, I could really start using these for my music journal. I don't even know if I'd started it when I did week 1. So I've got that one, and it is a pocket. It's a wraparound. Actually, did I? Let's see if there's anything on the other side that looks music related. I didn't check the other sides. So I have used, on this one, I have used the vintage Viola paper. But I think I might just use this for something different, really. I don't want everything to be too matchy-matchy, do I? Right. Right, then week 2, I did one. I think I did. Or did I? No, maybe I didn't. Thought I'd done one every week, but maybe I didn't get into doing those until a bit later in the challenge. These are the ones with these are also pockets with the tall flowers on them that you can just tuck in. So no, I didn't do a music one for that week. Oh, now this week I did. Week 3 might have been the first time I thought, oh, I could use some music. Now let's pull that one out. Oh, I did 2. Oh, it goes with it, that's right. So this is an envelope, but it has a tag. And I did the tags as well. so they match. So that goes with that. I don't know whether you'd consider that a pocket though, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to pull everything out that's music related anyway, and then we'll see which ones are pockets and which ones are not. So that's week 3, tall envelopes with tags. Week 4, that's definitely a pocket. Multiple pockets. I'm hoping I did a music one. Yes, I did, that one. That obviously still needs a bit of embellishing because I didn't actually finish embellishing any more than just the one, I think. I only finished one. I did put some music paper on there. I do love that actually. I might just pull that one out. Just move my ticket to saying week 4 onto the next one because it's got a bird, and I don't have a problem with birds being in a music journal because you associate birds with music anyway, don't you? Right, so I've got a few of those. Then we did these tags with stamped bits on. And here's the one for music, so that's my tag. Then we did this, this is the document holders. So I did a music related one here, although I don't know if there's music papers inside it, so that might not be quite the right thing. I did do something this week that we could use instead, so I might not use that. What we got here, we've got some little pockets here. Sometimes I forget what we made. Have any of them got any music? Oh yes, here we go. So this is another wraparound job, I believe. Tucks on the side. That's that one. And then we've got our flip-flop thing. Again, it tucks around the page and it flips up, and then there's a pocket inside, so that'll need a journal card. In fact, I'm wondering, would that journal card just fit in there nicely? That'd be handy, wouldn't it? And then it shows through. So I think that's a done. So that was week 9. I need a few more weeks, and then here's week 10, and this is the music one of this that we did. I just put a little label on to remind myself which week we're on. And then we've got the one for week 11, which is at the back here, which is this one, which is those little vellum ephemera holders. Okay, so that's the Roxy's weekly challenge. Put them over to one side. So I've got a few of those. So which ones of these would count as pockets? Not that one. This is going to go. This one will go in the back pocket. I already know where that's going to go, so I might do that at some point soon. That would count that as a pocket, I think. And that one. And this one. And this one. Not the tail. Oh no, that goes with something. That goes with this. So I don't really think that's a pocket. I think it's got to go in a pocket, so perhaps no. And then another wraparound, so that's quite handy, although I think the relationship to music is a bit loose, but we might be able to add a little something to make it a bit more obvious. And we could do that with what we put in it anyway. So that gives us a few more pockets. So that's good. Put these aside with the other pile of non-pockets. And now I have got, let's see how we're doing for time. Now I've got my to-do box. This is this box of things where they're half made or not started or whatever. Journal pages that have been made into bases. So at the front I've got things that perhaps have been started or bits of masterboard that I haven't used yet or haven't decorated and made into anything. So I thought I'd just have a quick flick through and see if any of these things sort of jump out at me that might be usable. So I've got some bits of what do we call it, bits of masterboard that I've cut up and haven't made into anything. So, well, there's one here with some music paper on it, so I might be able to make that into a small tag. And another one here, a bit of music paper there. Ooh, what's this? This is, I think, something I made that Gail was doing a while ago and I had to go at doing. I've not used any of them yet. I've made a few, but I didn't do anything with them. These are these, you open it out, it's like a bit of a cross shape, and then the idea is you write on the inside. So you've got a journal space, but then this tucks into a pocket. So I could decorate that a bit, but it's all journal paper on the other side. I think this is some old Kaisercraft scrapbook paper that I used, but that would go in, wouldn't it? So that's there. What else have we got? Anything that's even remotely suitable? I think these are some of the ones I made on my mass make. I wonder if the colours might work. So I could do it. I could make it into a pocket. Might be a bit wide. I think it was meant to be a journal card, wasn't it? But I could possibly make that look a bit more music-y. So I might just take that out, even though it's not going to be a pocket. I've got these, which are very generic looking. I could make those into a couple of those. They could be made to look more music-y. I'll keep using that word. I'm sure it's not a word. Have musical embellishments on it. Needs a bit of work, but at least it's a base. Nope. What's this? Well, these are things from last year's weekly challenge, I think. They'll keep popping up, but not really what I'm looking for at the moment. And then I've got some bits of book page that I've prepared but haven't done anything with. So 2 corner pockets. I need at least 2, don't I? So, and there's a whole bunch of just folded book pages. So I could grab a couple of those and, oh, they're a bit small, aren't they, really? I need some bigger ones. Here we are. So I've got a couple here. I've got loads here, but maybe I should do everything in 3s, really, shouldn't I? 1 for each signature. So if I pick out 3 of those, I've got loads of work to do here, haven't I? And I need... So I do have a couple of corner pockets in this pile. So I need to make 2 more of these book page corner pockets. So actually I might do them that way round. Doesn't really matter. They're going to get covered up anyway. So I've got 2 there. Yeah, so one for each signature. So I'm going to need to do 2 more of the book page ones. And I've got 3 of those to do. Right, what else have we got? Oh, hang on. There's some more corners here. How about some taller ones, just to bring the changes a bit? Got some taller corner pockets. I do like the corner ones. I've got a bunch of just plain tags. I've got some music paper sitting here. I don't know if it's been put into any kind of... Oh, I see. It's just been folded up and made into some sort of... Has it been folded enough to... No, I think it's just been glued down and then to make it more sturdy. And then we've got pockets here. Might be able to do something with that. What else have we got? Oh, I love these. I might pull out 1 or 2. They all need decorating. Maybe just 1 for now. This is going to be quite a lot of work. I can see weeks of videos coming up. Oh, and we have possible side tucks and belly bands. I don't know whether I use all of these, but I thought I'd get out the bases, and then when we decide what we need, they're ready to go. I can always come back to this and pick out some more bits. I don't think I I'll probably do 1 belly band and 2 side tucks or something like that, one for each signature. So I think that's probably enough from that box. Okay, so all of this needs work, and all of this is pretty much ready to go. So let's put these bits in my box. I'm going to take this pocket out. I'm going to try and flatten it up a bit. This one's okay. Well, that needs finishing. That needs a bit of finishing. And that needs finishing. Oh, this one's done. Right, that can go in there. Okay, this one's done. And this, put that at the back. These need finishing off. And so do these. And so do these. And so do these. So they're not quite ready to go, but they're more ready than these ones. Oh my goodness. Well, that's it. The thing is with doing something like this, it's a bit different as a theme. So therefore I haven't got much ready made. If I do want to do a spring journal if I get round to it. And I probably could just pull together all of the ephemera in one go from my ready-made stuff, because obviously there's a lot of springy things in there, so that probably wouldn't take too long. But this is going to take a while. I'm just going to pull my blind down because now the sun's come out. Alright, the sun's gone back in again now. As soon as I pull the blind down, the sun goes in, so I've pulled it back up again. Well, I'll be up and down all day. It's a beautiful, well, I say beautiful morning. It started off as quite a nice bright morning. It's Mother's Day today when I'm filming. So I'm going to be visited a bit later on by my girls. Not together, I think. I think they're coming separately. So I thought I'd get a film in this morning before they come. Also because I'm trying to film ahead, because next weekend I'm away. But that will be when this video will go up, will be on the Monday of the weekend I'm away. So today I just thought I'd come in here as it's Mother's Day and have a lovely time crafting with you all, and trying to make a start on some of this ephemera, which I think is going to take ages. So the next thing I wanted to look at was some of the scraps that I've got from the music paper pad, because I've got lots of little pieces cut off, and I thought, well, I'll get them to size these. A lot of these will make some really nice pockets. So I want them to either be, I've been looking at my the pages in my journal. The widest I think they can be is 5 inches, and some of them will only take 4-inch pockets. So I'd sort of look at them and see, do a bit of both I think with these. So that's a nice piece. And they'll all need a little bit of zhuzhing up, possibly a bit of sewing, a bit of inking, maybe a piece of ephemera in the middle. So as before, a lot of work to do. Now, shall I make this one a 5? I think this one a 5, I think. And I've got this one. So it's got a bit of an edge here, so I think I'll sorry, croaky throat again. I'll make this one a 5 as well, I think. So that's that one. And I wondered about this one, because it looks like it should be folded in half. It's clearly a journal card. Or maybe I need to keep it as a journal card. It's kind of like a card of 2 halves in a way. So I might just put that aside for now. What have I got here? This is quite an interesting little piece. It could be a small pocket, couldn't it? How big is that? I think that's about 3.5, that one. Make a small pocket with that. Tag, obviously. Now I've got this piece, the one I cut off, I had left over when I was doing the cover, and I thought about putting as a side pocket in the inside cover, but it was too wide that way. And I didn't really want to cut it down anymore, but I could make it into a pocket, couldn't I? I could make it into a side tuck, but I wouldn't, yeah. I think I might keep it as a pocket. I quite like that. It's not such a deep pocket, but that's okay. They don't all have to be the same depth. Let's just see how wide, or how long it can be. So if I did it to there, if I did it 4 inches, I'd lose the R, wouldn't I? Could make it 4.5, just to, yeah. I think I might just make it 4.5, and then that's a little bit different. And that won't need a lot of decoration. I think maybe a bit of lace across the bottom, maybe. But that's quite a nice little pocket. And then we have another one here. What's on the other side? Don't know. Another small pocket, maybe. I don't know if I want any more of this, but put that aside. So again, I've got another strip here. This was the signature of shame when I cut off my harp in half, which was heartbreaking. But this part is really gorgeous. So I wonder if I can. I've got several long bits here. I really think I need to be able to make something with this, but I don't know what yet. So I feel like it should be made some sort of trifold or something. I need to think about that because that's really lovely, that piece. I'm not going to cut that up. But this one, because they've got half a harp at the end, I'm quite happy to cut this one up. So let's put it through this way and see what we've got. So if I did a 4-inch there, and then a 5-inch, yeah, that might just work. So I might just do 4 inches, 4-inch pocket. I might make it a little bit shallower. It's quite. Okay, let's just cut this down here. Get rid of that bit. Well, I could use that side. Now, just trying to see what, if I did that as 5, maybe I do 4.5. Yeah, if I do that as 4.5, then the other one will be about 4.5 as well, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think it's just a little bit deep, so I'm just going to cut this down a bit. Looks out of proportion. So yeah, that's better. And the same with this one, I think. Just cut that down a little. Look more of a proportionate sized pocket then, doesn't it? I think that'll do for this for now. I think we've got a few bits from here. It's always there to come back to. I'd like to make 1 or 2 things with the leftover pieces of that. Let's just move this aside. Right. So now we have a gazillion bases to make pockets with, I think. Probably more than we need now. But I will work on these. I'll work some of them in another video. But for today, I want to make a couple of pockets, just because otherwise this might get a bit boring. So I've been looking in my idea box. I've shown you my idea box, haven't I? Where I just throw things in that I watch a video, I make something, and I throw it in there, and I make a little note as to where I saw it. So I've been watching some of Tina's mass makes. So what I do is I make the pocket or whatever it is. So this is the one I'm going to do today, or one of them. And then I write down what I've seen, what number it was, and what it is, so that I can always go back and re-watch the video if I can't remember how she did it. But what I tend to do is make one that I haven't glued, so that I can pull it apart and see how I did it. Otherwise I'd never remember. So I've just got a few of Tina's papers here. I thought I'll make a couple of pockets with some of these. And I've double-side printed them. So the first one is, this is a one of her mass make 44, so I imagine there's 144 as well, which I haven't watched. And oh, I need some book page, not book page, I need some music paper. Right, got a piece of vintage music paper here. Actually rather a large piece, I don't know if I need a piece as big as that. Depends how tall I'm going to make it really. Yeah, I think that would be a better size piece. It's completely different. Not so sure I like that piece as much. Oh dear. Okay, I'll use this piece. I can cut it down. I do want it, yeah, I think that would be fine. So I think what I need to do, I'll just tear that in half. And yep, I'll just tear this piece off. This piece I don't need. My metal ruler has done a runner. So I'm just going to fold this piece. I don't need quite so much. I'll fold that and tear it off. And then I'm going to fold that in half, like that. So that's my bit of music. I'll have that side. I might have that side because it's a bit... No, that's not right because it's upside down. I'll have that side. Okay, and then I'm going to choose one of these. So it needs... The idea is it folds in... That's upside down. Folds in both ways. I don't even know if this needs to be double-sided because I don't think you see the inside, but... So it folds in like that and like that, and then you're going to see... Not sure about that one. I'll try this one. Oh, we're only going to get that bit, aren't we? So I'm trying to figure out what's the best... We're going to lose all of that, aren't we, on that? So I'm not going to use that one. And that one's too much stem, so I'll have to go with this one in that case. So you fold in, and I should probably cut it down. It's going to be too tall. But I'll cut it down afterwards. So I don't think you can see what I'm doing. Oh, the sun's come out again. Sorry about this, it's just throws shadows across my desk. I knew that would happen. Right, let's do this. So that goes that way. And that goes in that way. And this just gets folded and glued like that. And then you fold that in. I might just fold it in to about there. It's just approximate really. Like that. And then you tuck in your extra. I just cut that piece off. So I've got book music all the way down. Tuck that in there. And then you have triple pockets. So these are side pockets. And I should probably cut it across, trim it across there. Let's just check that this is, that doesn't look straight to me. I suppose it once I've trimmed it, it will be. Right, so I need to glue this together, and the reason, I mean, this is doubling over to make it, give it more strength really. I'm just wondering whether I might just fold it the other way, because it's kind of more densely musical, more denser music notes are on this side, so you get more of that music look. And this just makes it a stronger pocket if you double it over than if you're just using a single piece, but I'm sure that's probably fairly obvious. Let's do a bit of smoothing. Where's me? Just get a dry wipe and smooth it along. Get the glue spread out. Right, so that's that piece, and then I've just got to glue in the sides. And again, just folding it in reinforces the pocket, makes it stronger. And then you don't need to use thicker paper. You just do it on normal copy paper, and then doubling it up just gives it that little bit extra reinforcement. And this side. So it's not particularly straight at the bottom here, but that's not going to show because I'll just trim off the bits that don't look straight as they should. And then you just tuck this in. Tuck it in there. No. Well, now I've turned it inside out, I've got to cut. I'm going to cut this piece off. And pop it there, I think. And that folds in. And then you've got two pockets. So I'm just going to do minimal gluing on the edges because I want to sew it. So I'll just do a little bit of glue here and here just to hold it in place. Just so it holds it and it doesn't move around. And then a little bit of glue there and there, just a touch. And I'll go to my sewing machine and sew round. And I'll be right back. Right, so there we are. It's all sewn round. All I've got to do now is just trim it off at the top. So I didn't want it full height of the paper. I just thought that would be too big on my page. So I'm just going to trim it now. So I sewed it where I wanted the pocket to end. And so we'll just get rid of the extra bit off the top. Very wonky sewing, as you can see, but such it is. It doesn't bother me. I've never been very good at sewing. It's not too bad. So all I did was sew all the way round just to make sure the pockets are nice and sealed, even along here. So it limits the depth of the pocket a little bit, but there's plenty of room in there. And this one goes all the way across. And you could also have something tucked in here. So I quite like that. That makes a nice different pocket. And I'm happy with that. So that's going to go in my box. Doesn't need any further decoration, I don't think. It's quite, because the paper's so pretty. So I'm going to do one more. I think it's probably a Tina one. But I haven't written it down for some reason. So I've just got to remind myself what I did. So all I have to do is open it up. There we are. And that's the folds. So we'll take a piece of this paper, and I think, yeah, so there's the inside. So that's going to be the outside, that's the inside. So you fold it in half, that way. Now because I've had to trim off on both sides where the printer has not printed double-sided, I may have bits where it's not completely lined up. So in half and in half again. And then I open it out. I'm just following my template here. And this corner folds in almost to the middle. And the opposite corner folds in a little bit less, like that. Let's see how that looks. So then you fold it back up again, and you have that. Hang on, is that the right one? Just a minute. So you fold it. Oh, you fold it over the middle ways first. So this way goes that way first. That's right. This is why I do myself a template. Oh no, I haven't done that right. Fold it properly into the middle and line it up like that. And then you fold it back on itself. There we are. And then you have a really pretty double pocket, or triple pocket if you want it. And you could make this a pocket too if you wanted to. You could have something tucked in here. But these have got the fold, so it makes them stronger. So I think you're better off gluing this together and possibly tucking something behind there. So that is a very simple pocket. Although there's so many of these about, I can never remember how they fold. So that's why I keep myself a little template. And then if you unfold it and you can see where all the folds are, then you can see how it all is meant to go together. And that's like that. And that's what we've got. And I've got, this one definitely needed to be double-sided, because you've got this obviously, you could cover it, but I like that. So yeah, that's really pretty. So that just needs gluing. So we need to glue down the two flaps. Like that. There's that one. And then you glue down this one. These are these lovely easy things that Tina does on her mass makes. And the whole idea is that they're very simple to do, and that's why you can mass make them. And you can do them in multiple styles and decorate them however you like. So I do have quite a few of her mass makes in my to-do box. Now I think what I need to do, so I think I'd like to glue, I'm not sure if you're supposed to, but I'm going to glue this down, just there. And then when you fold it up, it's quite nice and secure. Now that is all right on that edge, but as you can see, this is slightly uneven. So I'm going to risk it and try and trim it with my scissors. Just trim it up a little bit that way. That's it. And then, now what you could do, no, now I'm going to glue this one down here. I need to just put a piece of paper. I'm trying to keep the glue off my mat. I did try and clean it yesterday, but it's not come up brilliantly. Glue is a devil to get off. It's certainly hard to get off a craft mat. If anybody got any suggestions of something that's good to get glue off craft mats, please do let me know. Because, well, I end up scraping it with my palette knife and then scraping the surface off the mat. And then I'm just going to glue down each of the pockets at the side. That's that one. And then this one. There we are. My last little thing to do is around the corner of this piece. So hopefully it'll work, because it might be a bit wet. I try not to put too much glue in there. There we go. And it just needs to be, now I think I'm using walnut stain in this journal, aren't I? So that's what I'm going to glue it, to ink it with. I'm not going to do loads of inking on camera, but I thought I might just finish off this pocket. I don't think I'm going to sew this one. You could do, but I don't think it needs it. You could make these sort of pockets all day, and you'd have one for every journal you could ever make. Every time you've got a new kit, make one of these. They're great. I love these. And then you can put tags, journal cards, and you can leave it open either side. You can have something coming in this side, something coming in this side, or at the top, whatever way you want to glue it on. So, yeah, versatile little pocket. Really like that. So that's it. That's all I'm going to get around to doing today, I think. I know we haven't made a lot of progress. Well, we kind of have, because I've got a starting point for a whole bunch. I mean, a load of these probably could be finished fairly quickly, and I'll do a lot of them on off camera, and then maybe we'll have a go at doing some of these ones on camera, because these all need finishing and decorating and covering and goodness knows what. So there's lots of work to be done, and it might take a little while, but what else have we got to do? And it's the fun part, isn't it? I always find making the ephemera is the fun part of any journal project for me. I love doing all these making things. I like, using paper and folding them and making them into clever things. I love all that. It's one of the reasons I enjoy doing Roxy's Weekly Challenge so much, because she comes up with so many new ideas, things I hadn't thought of doing. And I just love the challenge of making new things, new ephemera. So thank you very much for joining me today for today's Music Journal Monday, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.